You know the feeling. You're sitting alone. You're doing nothing. You're safe. You're fed. You're warm. There's no danger here. There's nothing you actually need. And your hand goes into your pocket and takes out a small glass rectangle. You look at it. There's nothing new on it. You know there's nothing new on it because you looked at it 12 seconds ago. You put it down. You wait. And then, slowly, like an animal that's forgotten it already ate, you pick it back up. You'll do this about 150 times today. You don't know why? If someone asks, you'll say, "You're just checking. You're not checking anything. You just need to look." This is the human. And what you just did, the reaching, the looking, the not knowing why, is one of the strangest things it does. Let's watch it do it some more. From the outside, this is one of the strangest things the human does. And it does it constantly. It feels the rectangle buzz in its pocket. It reaches for it, and the rectangle was silent. Nothing buzzed. The human imagined the buzz. Its body invented a signal, just so it would have a reason to look. It wakes in the dark, at 3 in the morning, for no reason. And before it is even fully awake, the hand has already found the rectangle and lit up its face. It does not decide to do this. The hand decides. It feels a small, specific dread when the rectangle's battery runs low. A modern human watching its phone drop below 10% feels something its ancestors felt watching a fire burn down to coals. And stranger still, the human has been doing this for 15 years. 15 years of looking. And it still has not found whatever it is looking for. Why? Because it does not know what it is looking for. So that is our question today. What is this clever, restless, anxious animal actually hunting? To answer that, we have to put the rectangle down and walk back. A long way back. To a time before glass, before electricity, before there was anything at all worth checking. Go back 2 million years. Onto the open grassland. Here is your ancestor. It is hungry, and the world it lives in is not a supermarket. It is a puzzle. Food is scattered. A berry bush here, a patch of roots over there. A tree with fruit maybe, if the birds haven't taken it. Water somewhere past the ridge. Nothing is labelled. Nothing is guaranteed, and everything is temporary. Because here is the rule of the grassland. Every good patch runs out. You find the berry bush. You eat. And with every berry you take, that bush is worth a little less. Eventually the bush is bare, and you are still hungry, and the only thing that will save you is the willingness to leave a place that has stopped giving and go and look somewhere else. So picture 2 of your ancestors. The first one finds a decent patch and is content. It settles. It sits. It is calm. It is satisfied with what it has. It starves. Slowly in a patch that ran dry, perfectly relaxed. The second one finds the same patch and within minutes feels a small itch. A restlessness. A sense that there might be something better just over there. It cannot sit still. It is mildly, constantly dissatisfied with whatever it has just found. That one eats. That one survives. That one has children. And you are its grandchild. So understand what you actually inherited. You did not inherit a brain built for peace. The peaceful brains died in the good patch. You inherited the brain that gets bored, the brain that scans, the brain that always quietly suspects there is something better just out of reach and reaches for it. Your restlessness is not a flaw. It is the single most successful survival strategy your species ever had. It just doesn't know the grassland is gone. Now we have to talk about the chemical, because most humans have this exactly backwards. The human has heard of dopamine. It thinks dopamine is the pleasure chemical, the little reward the brain hands out when something good happens. It is not. Dopamine is not the reward. Dopamine is the wanting. It is the chemical of the hunt, not the kill. It does not spike when the ape finds the berries. It spikes on the way, in the searching, in the maybe, in the moment just before. This is why, for the human, the chase is always better than the catch. The wanting is always sharper than the having. The trip you plan is better than the trip you take. The message you're waiting for is better than the message that arrives. The brain did not evolve to make you happy. It evolved to keep you looking. And now the cruel part, the clever part, the part that built an entire industry. The seeking system gets strongest when the reward is unpredictable. A patch that always has berries is boring. The ape learns it, checks it on schedule, moves on. But a patch that sometimes has berries and sometimes has nothing, that patch is irresistible. The ape cannot stop checking it, because it might. It just might. This time. Uncertainty is the hook, not the reward, the possibility of the reward. This is the exact mechanism inside a slot machine. Pull the lever. Mostly nothing. Occasionally something. The occasionally is the entire trap. A machine that paid out every time would empty a casino in an hour. A machine that pays out sometimes will hold a human in a chair until the sun comes up. Hold that thought. A device that gives you a small, unpredictable reward when you check it. Now, take the rectangle back out of your pocket. Look at what you are holding. You are holding a patch that never runs out. Every swipe is a new patch of grassland. Every refresh is a fresh bush that might have berries, and it never empties. Pull down and there's more. Pull down again, more. The one thing the grassland could never be, the rectangle, is infinite. Every notification is a rustle in the bushes. Your ancient brain cannot ignore a rustle. A rustle might be food. A rustle might be a friend. A rustle might be a tiger. So the brain that survived is the brain that always turns to look. And so you always turn to look. The little red dot is not a number. It is a rustle. And you are 2 million years of always check the rustle. And the rewards come exactly the way the trap requires, unpredictably. You check, and it's an advert. You check, and it's a notification that doesn't matter. You check, and it's a photo of someone's lunch. Nothing, nothing, nothing. And then sometimes you check, and it's a message from someone you love. A reason to laugh out loud. A small, warm hit of something. And your brain logs that maybe, and it makes you check and check and check. So, here is the truth about the human and its rectangle. You're not weak. You're not broken. You're not addicted in the way the human likes to scold itself about. You're a foraging animal, doing the exact thing that kept your ancestors alive for 2 million years, scanning the landscape, refusing to settle, always reaching for the better patch over the hill. The only thing that has changed is that someone built a hill with no top, a grassland with no edge, a patch engineered very carefully by very clever humans to feel like it might feed you and to never, ever run out. You are foraging in a forest that was designed to never feed you, and you are very, very good at it. The human puts the rectangle down. It feels for a moment that it should do something else, and then it picks it back up. So will you. In fact, you've probably already checked once somewhere in the last 10 minutes. It's all right. That wasn't weakness. That was 2 million years of staying alive, doing the only thing it knows how to do. We'll leave you there, foraging. Next time we look at another strange habit of this animal. So, if you'd like to keep watching the most fascinating creature on Earth, and you really are, subscribe. We post a new specimen every other day. Humans. There's nothing quite like us.